Hey everyone, it's Manu, and today I want to talk about the decline in Telvar's value. Telvar stones are the currency of the Imperial City, a PvP zone. You can only spend them at vendors in alliance bases. The selection is very limited, and the prices are fixed. To spend Telvar on anything else, you have to buy something with them in the Imperial City, sell it on the open market for gold, and then use that gold to buy what you actually want. There are several ways to convert Telvar into gold, but there's one item that makes the exchange rate easy to track. Acacia, a runestone that costs exactly 5000 Telvar at a vendor. Its price on the open market is a simple and convenient indicator of the Telvar conversion rate. Acacia, on the European server, used to sell for around 50,000 gold, and in good times it reached 80,000. Today the price has dropped to 15,000, and the recent move back above 20,000 already feels like a recovery. So, what caused such a dramatic drop? October 30th, 2023. Update 40 drops. It brought a lot of changes and shook up the economy significantly. But few could have predicted it would be the first step toward killing Telvar farming as one of the game's premium gold-making methods. At that point, there were 5 main ways to convert Telvar into gold: Apothecary's Parcels, Powerful Assault, Chef Arquitius's Torte Dissertation, Ruby Blossom Extract, and Acacia. Acacia was the most accessible, but also the least profitable. The others required large amounts of Telvar, and the more Telvar needed for conversion, the better the exchange rate. Time passes. People are running the Infinite Archive, figuring out the new master crafting stations that consolidated hundreds of set crafting stations into unified ones, and panicking trying to understand the reworked jewelry system. Nobody suspects that the first blow is coming. And then it arrives. The day someone showed everyone the best farming method. On February 16th, 2024, arguably the most well-known gold farming video of recent years drops. It reveals that the best place to farm is the Infinite Archive, and the way to convert archive currency into gold is to buy provisioning bags. And hardly anyone notices that over 80% of the projected earnings come from two extremely rare ingredients with limited use, valuable only because of their scarcity. More than half of that comes from ruby blossom extract, which, up until that moment, could only be obtained by purchasing it for 100,000 Telvar. Within a couple of days, the video got so much exposure that the market was flooded with ruby blossom. The price immediately dropped by half. And this was happening during the White Strakes Mayhem event, the only event in ESO with truly strong demand for food crafted from this rare ingredient. It bounced back a little, held for a bit, but as soon as the event ended, it crashed to levels where ruby blossom simply stopped being a viable way to convert Telvar into gold. Forever. That was the first blow. Weak, barely noticeable. Ruby Blossom was just one of 5 conversion methods, and far from the main one. But it would play its part. The anniversary event comes and goes. People are still buying up stock out of habit, counting on the usual annual price cycle for items that drop in abundance during anniversary events, alchemy ingredients included. But the drop in demand is already putting pressure on core resources. Then, on June 3rd, 2024, Gold Road launches, a chapter that brings no real demand spike, and core resource prices go into freefall. This triggers a chain reaction. Prices start dropping across the entire market, pulling more and more items into the spiral. Alchemy, already cheap, keeps getting cheaper along with everything else, putting unprecedented pressure on Telvar. Players have to start looking for alternative conversion methods, including the powerful Assault set. October 25th, 2024. Update 44 drops. The update that finally broke the fragile Telvar economy. The item drop system for Imperial City sets is overhauled. New set boxes are introduced that guarantee a piece you don't already have in your collection. On top of that, the old set boxes are no longer bound. They quickly appear on the market, allowing players to complete their powerful Assault collection without ever farming Telvars in the Imperial City. Completing a collection became much easier and cheaper. Up until that point, powerful Assault has been one of the best ways to convert Telvar into gold, through hunting frost staves with the right trait. The right stuff could sell for 2 million gold or more. Even staves with the wrong trait were going for 1.5 to 2 million. The high price made sense. Getting one required an enormous number of boxes, which meant an enormous amount of Telvar. But now, on top of everything else, drop rates changed. More staves were hitting the market, and demand stayed the same. Prices crashed. And as collections got filled, the need to buy set pieces from the market started disappearing. At the same time, transmutation crystals started dropping in larger quantities from events. These are the stones used to reconstruct set pieces with a specific trait. Before, they were scarce. Players actually farmed them from specific activities. Now, reconstructing the right piece kept getting easier, and the powerful Assault stuff market slowly dried up. So, from 5 conversion methods, only 3 remained. And converting large amounts of Telvar went from an advantage to a problem. In the remaining 3 niches, there just wasn't enough demand to absorb all that extra supply. The price of Hakejo started falling, and only the price of alchemy ingredients kept it from a complete collapse. But alchemy buyers didn't need more supply either. Alchemy was already dropping in abundance from events, so prices across all 3 steadily fell throughout the year. And all 3 dropped harder than the broader market during the deflationary period. So, what's the bottom line? People still go to the Imperial City. They still farm. But a series of decisions, each one seemingly insignificant on its own, slowly killed off one conversion channel after another. And what was once one of the premium ways to make gold has become just another activity for people who simply enjoy the Imperial City. Thanks for watching! If you found this useful, like, subscribe, and see you next time. May your trades be smooth and your profits high. Bye!